So I'm sitting here today with Jamar. Jamar, if you could just give us your full name real quick,
My name is Jamar Gary Fleming.
and if you could tell us where you served and for how long you served in the armed forces.
I served in the Marine Corps for 4 years. I was stationed in California for my duty station, and I did 2 tours in Iraq during 2004 and 2006.
Okay, and why did you want to go into the Marines?
Originally, I joined the Marines because of stability. The recruiters kind of played me a little bit and
Yeah.
told me about stability and said I could try out for football while I was in the Marines, which you can at some point, but my major told me that mission first, so that's how I went to Iraq. And so I had scholarships where they kind of fed me a couple little stories, and I went with it.
Yeah. Now, if there's one thing that the American public doesn't know, like one thing that you could say that you saw that civilians, it's kind of like it's hidden from us a little bit. You know what I mean? If there's anything like that that they don't really talk about a whole lot.
I guess you could say more of the good parts. I guess you could say. I mean, as far as the relationship with the Iraqis, they're pretty much good. Most of them are good people. It's mainly the insurgents that are doing things over there. So those people are really kind and nice and kind of help us out in a lot of ways. It's more than just things blowing up every day. You know what I'm saying? We're creating relationships. We're training people, trying to help. Trying to help the situation. So there's good things as well as bad things, but I think that media kind of more or less shows a lot of bad stuff just for the attention that they get.
Okay. What what about when you're not doing foot patrols and stuff like that, and you guys are hanging out? Is there a fear of you know is there a fear of not being able to just relax ever, or do you guys have time where you can just
Actually, it gets kind of relaxed once we get on base, and we kind of relax and just have fun with each other. We're there sometimes during a lot of the holidays. I was there during Thanksgiving and Christmas.
yeah.
So during those times, we kind of chill with each other, play cards, have fun, talk about life, just kind of sit back. And that's as long as we're on base. And when we're out in the off base and stuff, yeah, there's always the urgency. But when we're on base, we're pretty safe and we just kind of chill with each other, have fun. There's been like a lot of fun moments over there,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah,
You still stay in contact with a lot of the people you met through.
yeah, a lot of guys I'm still in contact with.
Now, what's on a heavier note? Some stuff that you saw that if you could go into that a little bit, um, like doing some stuff, walking through, and some stuff that we don't see that actually has happened when we hear about death tolls and stuff like that dealing with the war. You know, what kind of stuff have you seen? Are these people, these Iraqi people, um, are they as fearful of these insurgents as we are as Americans afraid of these insurgents and what they could possibly do? Or is it just, are they afraid of you guys when you come into these new towns, or do they embrace you guys? You hear about people saying that the war in Iraq is kind of like the war in Vietnam in a sense, because you have these soldiers such as yourself that served, and there's people on the home front that are just ignorant and aren't necessarily for the war. Are the people over there, are they for you guys being there when you were there?
It's a mixed group, I guess you would call it, because some people are for us being over there. They embrace us being over there. They don't really have a problem with us, but at some point, like, it brings negative attention to their area. If you got Marines, Army, Air Force in your area, you
Yeah.
bring negative attention where insurgents are going to be like, once we get out or we leave, they might come in, try to investigate, try to get information. It kind of brings kind of a danger to them at sometimes. And so at that point, they may get afraid that maybe they're going to be questioned or something's going to happen. Or they may give information about us to them because they're afraid or whatever.
Mm. Now, when you signed up, you knew obviously that there was going to be a time where you might have to take somebody's life and do that to serve your country. Tell me what was going through your head when you actually got deployed to Iraq and you were in active duty, and did that play a role in your life? I know kind of guy you are. You're a great guy, morally sound. Um, what kind of stuff? I mean, how do you deal with something like that?
It kind of like more or less changed my perspective on life pretty much because seeing like friends get hurt or different people get killed in different situations made you like cherish life more, you know. And like a lot of people I deal with now, like I don't like little arguments about nonsense because of, like I was like you don't know if you're gonna see that person the next day. You don't know what's gonna happen the next day, and I kind of say a lot of times we bicker and argue over the smallest little things and break up relationships over the smallest little things. And kind of going over there and seeing all that stuff just kind of gives you a new respect on life where you cherish life, like you cherish relationships. Like when I got back home to my family, I cherished that relationship because
Uh,
didn't know if I was gonna see them again. They didn't know if they were gonna see me again.
yeah, completely understand that. What's the most memorable time when you served? Like your fondest memory of serving? Was there a certain point where you said, you know what, this is actually, I actually do, I like this a lot, or was it, I don't like this at all, and they scam me, and I'm here now, or tell me what you were thinking when you were over there doing that
Like
every day.
I guess the main thing that I guess my favorite part was just the camaraderie between the Marines. Like we had a lot of fun with each other, like created a lot of friendships, and I guess you would say like just like I mean not as it's not as intense, but just like football, stressful situation and a hard situation bring the team together. So kind of imagine us being in those kind of situations, we become really really close, and so we have a lot of fun together, and like you create a lot of bonds, lifetime bonds with friends, and that's how that was. It was just those are my favorite moments, just those memories of them. Like sometimes I would say, I'll go back out right now, you know, with my friends if it was the same way. It was
Yeah.
kind of enjoyable like that with that at that point. Yeah.
And what's one thing that you would say to Americans that aren't necessarily in the war or are dealing with it on a daily basis because they don't have a family member that's in the war, or um, that was affected by the World Trade Centers on 9/11, let's say, um, somebody who, like other wars in the past, family members were serving, or it was on the home front, or this type of war, when the war is overseas and they don't see it, it's out of sight, out of mind, and they don't agree with the war because of political issues that came surrounding it when Bush first said that we were going to war. What would you say to somebody who was against the war and kind of had a negative vibe about it? Do you get angry about that kind of stuff?
I don't necessarily get angry about it. I think that you have to put it in perspective as an American living over here that these people doing their job. They probably don't want to go there just as much as you don't want them to go over there. So the main thing is to support, like just support them. If any kind of way you can help, send stuff or whatever, just make sure that they know they got your support because they're over there initially for you, and so they would love to have your support. It's the thing. Not about if you disagree with it or not. It really doesn't matter to us that much, but it's just the support to say that you realize that we're in danger. You realize that we're fighting, you know what I'm saying, for America. You realize that we're over there for that reason. And so just kind of love and support.
Yeah. Would you do it again?
Uh, Sometimes I say, yeah, I probably would. If I maybe not, I guess if it was with different people, what if I had my same group? Yeah, I would go again with them.
All right, buddy. Well, thank you. Thanks for serving.
All right.
Thanks for your time. Appreciate it.